Hello everybody and a very good afternoon, good morning, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. It is a hot Tuesday. I don't mind telling you, it is warm here. We literally walked outside about 10 minutes ago. Debbie, Johnny and I, it was just like sweating bright red. You could feel your skin crisping up as you walked out the door. The main reason we went out, Johnny and I were like, oh, let's see how warm it actually is. So I got in my car, turned the ignition on. 39 degrees in the car park currently. 39. Thankfully, when we came back in, Jake was on hand with the freeze pops. So we've had a couple of ice pops. Debbie's got her fan back on. I think we're just about composed enough and ready to go for another couple of hours. It's going to be a hot 2 hours in here as well because we've got brand new goodies to bring to you on launch day. It's a busy old day actually because not only launch day right now, launch party coming up at 6 o'clock this evening, 1 o'clock Eastern, where we've got some brand new goodies. On this show, we are launching these gorgeous Christmas intricate doily dies. Lots of you bought them earlier. We had a really busy wake-up call show this morning. If you've already bought yours, sit back and get ready to be inspired and get loads of projects and ideas for you when yours arrive on your doorstep. If you haven't yet bought them, I have a feeling you will be purchasing over the course of the next couple of hours because these really are absolutely gorgeous. Before we have a look at all of the designs, it might be quite nice to have a look at some finished cards with Debbie, who is the other side of the studio, attempting, like we all are, to try and keep cool in this balmy weather. It's a bit warm, isn't it, Debbie?
Oh, it's a little bit on the hot side. I sat down there and had my dinner outside. It was quite nice, although I nearly did get 30-degree burns.
Burnt your buttocks?
Yes, the benches was very hot. I did have a little laugh and giggle with some of the guys from the office because it's been very nice, but it's only like a doable for about 10 minutes.
5-10 minutes is enough, isn't it?
Because literally a bit of cheese fell on the top of the table,
yeah.
And literally sizzled in front of my very eyes and just flattened out. Honestly, could boil it. You could fry an egg on there.
Wow.
But we're keeping cool. I've got my fan at the side of me, so if you see a little bit of wind motion, it's just the fact
like an 80s music video over there, isn't it, eh?
Like a music video, yeah, absolutely. But let's get started with some inspiration using these gorgeous doily dies that are in the shape of snowflakes and stars. Now, these are absolutely beautiful. This is creating a little bit of an aperture using the die itself and then popping a little snowflake back in there. These cards that I'm about to show you are what we're going to be planning to do throughout this show. Got a gorgeous box using them as decorative pieces on a beautiful box. I've got different styles from dome cards, and I love a good old dome card.
Wow.
Where you can pop that into the centre. Depending on how big your dome is, you can actually have that spinning all the way around.
How's that attached?
So how's it attached?
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of twine to it. Could use invisible thread
and
create a very floating element on there.
Fantastic.
As well. Because these are dimensional dies, and when I say dimensional, you can turn them into a dimensional project. I did this one yesterday down at Hobby Maker, and I thought I'm going to recreate it for today.
That is pretty.
Where you can create this beautiful 3D look to this card. And then, of course, when you pop it in the post, it is going to lie still pretty flat, but gives you real 3D feature, and I love that effect. I think that's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to show you a lovely little alternative easel card.
Yes.
So literally, when I open this up, I've created, and using the little snowflake there as my, let me get it in that right way. It's very difficult to do when you do it upside down. There we go. Using it as a little stopper, but a nice little different kind of an easel card there that folds in nice and flat, with a little belly band on there. Just trying to think of different ideas in how you can create some pieces. And of course you could put a snowflake on the front as well, or one of the star ones on there. Of course these are going to be perfect for things like your Christmas decorations.
Yes.
Lovely, lovely, beautiful snowflakes and star designs are all inspired by that doily, by that lovely lace effect that you get with the doily, and just really gorgeous dies. Nice set, a quite affordable set as well, in my mind, for Christmas, and lots of things that you can do with them. So we're going to get cracking as soon as we can. I've got a lot to get through, but I hope you agree just how beautiful these really are. Fab. absolutely fabulous.
It is going to be a fun show, that is for sure. We've got Chloe with us on the socials. Already in is Margaret saying good afternoon or good morning, creative people. Lynn says hi again. Ben, Debbie, the CTV team, the wonderful social superstar, and everyone. Carletta says hello. Hi, Carletta. Hi to Terry. Says great day, everyone from Ohio. CTV is my favourite place to be. Good morning to Eileen, who's watching from Puerto Rico. Christy's with us. Judy B. And also Joanne, who says morning, everyone from Central New York. I'm watching the Today Show, and they're talking about the high temperatures in the UK. They said it's Britain's hottest day ever. It is 40.2 degrees recorded at Heathrow Airport, and it still potentially could get even warmer. 40.2. We've never had it so warm here in the UK. And Margaret says, Ben, keep cool and craft on. Let us crack on, because that is what we are doing, keeping cool and crafting on. If you want to get in touch with us over the course of the show, you can get in touch on Facebook and indeed on the YouTube as well. Say hello, let us know what you're up to, particularly if you're here in the UK. If you've got any tips on keeping cool, we would love to hear them. And don't make us feel jealous by going, I'm just going to go and jump in my swimming pool. The Christmas Intricate Doily Die collection, here it is in all its glory. These really are phenomenal, and already from this morning, lots of you have already bought these and are already talking about the different ways that you want to be using these in your crafts. And whilst these are very Christmas orientated, of course you'll be using them for all of your projects this year, next year, and all the Christmases to come. There's lots of snippability with these, lots of different ways for you to be able to use them. And whilst some of these, I suppose, are very snowflakey, as it were, there are a lot of dies here that you'll be using right throughout the year with all of your different projects, because you've got so much snippability. And as I was saying earlier on, this is the mandala. The more you look into these, the more that you kind of sort of investigate with these, you'll see areas to snip and areas that you can manipulate to use these in your crafts all the year round. There's your lace edge star. We had people suggesting earlier on about doing some colouring with these. Someone was saying they wanted to do some sand tangling with these. Gorgeous, of course, for multi-cutting these and layering these up to create some really, really gorgeous, potentially focal points for cards and boxes. This one here is your frosted star. All of these available individually for you, but once again, look at all of the sort of snip points that you've got here to be able to create almost like a floral element out of that one. This one is my fave. When I first looked at this, all I could see was, obviously you've got the snowflake there, but like a compass. But then I think actually if you snip away the outer layers there, you can see those gorgeous Christmas bells. Snip a little bit further, you've got a really intricate sort of doily design going on through that circle. So there's plenty that you can do to really adapt these to whatever the project might be. That one's your elegant snowflakes. Again, look into this one here. You've got a gorgeous central piece there, that lovely circle, and then you've got the hearts on the outside of there as well, almost little holly leaves on the outside, and then lastly is that beautiful regal snowflake. And again, so much snippability within that particular snowflake itself, and whether it is for cards, home decor pieces, making your own Christmas ornaments and decorations this year, that is a super craftable set for I think a very affordable price. £30.39, $38. If you like the idea of these, you can't quite stretch to that, you can go on a two for £14 or two for $18, or indeed if you just want to dip your toe in the water and try one, you can do, because everything is still available for you individually. We have been very busy this morning though on those. Talking of the snowflakes, Sandra's just saying I'm longing for the snow now. It'll only be a few more. Oh, Debbie says no.
No.
What would you rather, really warm or really cold?
In between, please, if I could make a wish.
That's not the choice. You've got really hot or really cold. What about you at home? Really hot or really cold? If you had to have one or the other.
I'm gonna say it then. Really hot.
Yeah.
I love, because it just makes you feel happy when the sun's shining and it's warm outside. It's just a lovely feeling. Perhaps not the temperatures that we're experiencing right now, but just a couple of little degrees down, and I'll be happy with that. Yeah.
Let us know on the socials as well, and keep the comments coming through, and lots of you sending me in the temperatures where you are, and we'll read a few of those as we go. But let's get crafting, and we'll get chatting as we craft. Which one of the intricate doily dies are you going to work with, Debbie? I'm
going to use the lace edge star. That's the one I'm going to start with. And like I said, I want you to think of these as a really useful die in terms of, they're a doily die. I know we've got them in the shape of the stars and the snowflakes, but the snippability and creating these in your everyday crafting is something that you're going to be able to do, because they're that lovely doily design where you can see the patterns within there. chopping ends off the stars, you're going to create a lovely doily piece for maybe scrapbooking backgrounds, layouts, maybe home decor, all sorts of different things, which I think are going to mean that these are really quite an accessible kind of die to be able to use in many, many ways of crafting. Now, Ben, I am going to ask a favour of you because I haven't brought my ink pads with me, which are the Frosty and Bright ink pads.
I've got them.
Have you got all three?
I'm coming over.
Thank you very much. Only because
they're new as well.
I took them out of my box. I had them in my box and I took them out because I actually, would you believe, at 10:30 at night when I got back home. It's lovely, isn't it? Get out.
Oh, the shirt's blowing up.
Nearly caught a little bit then. Yeah, it's very nice. Do you know what? I actually caught Liam doing that.
Oh, it's nice.
I didn't know. I was stood there getting ready earlier, and Liam, I turned round. Liam made me jump out my skin, and he'd got his shirt over there like that. But it is lovely and cool, isn't it? And apparently, it's the only fan in this area of the business. It's the only fan because the other one we pinched up at the house.
Oh.
Well, I say we. I'm going to blame Michelle.
Can I just stand here for the rest of the show?
No, you're blocking my hair.
Oh, sorry, blocking your hair. You can borrow me ink pads. There
Thank
you go.
Thank you very much. You're very kind.
Thank you for the use of your fan.
It's quite all right, but you're only making a temporary use of it. Although you can come over here anytime and fan yourself anytime. Your own personal little wind machine. But yes, so if you can hear a whirring noise over me, that's what it is. We're just trying to keep cool. So please forgive us. I hope it's not interfering too much.
Yeah.
And
I haven't even got one over this. You can tell who the superstar is in this studio, can't you? I didn't even get a fan. I stand over here in the sweaty part of town. Superstar over there, got her own.
I can't
got her own
do
fan
sweaty.
going on.
I can't do sweaty.
I'll go and stick my shorts on if I get too up. Don't worry, I brought them in again. So
Yay! Get them sexy legs out.
Yay!
Well, I've seen Jake's lovely legs, so yes, we're glad to see yours. Now, let me just bring in a piece of cardstock so you can see just how intricate that is. I've just got a little piece just left over there. Let me just get that out. Look how gorgeous that is. It's absolutely beautiful. And like I said, that snippability factor, there's lots of areas you could take off that outer frame and you've got yourself a beautiful doily die in the centre there. Take off the ends here. Just take your little snippy scissors and take the ends off and you've completely changed the look of it. Of course, you could do like I did this morning, take off those elements, decoupage them up, use different colours, create a little bit of texture if you want to. But the only thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of ink. So I'm going to take the, I'm going to go with the blue one.
Lovely new colours, aren't they?
Fresh.
Yeah.
You've not even used it, Ben.
Oh, no, you'll be right.
It's not even been opened.
No, I know, that's what I said. Limited edition as well, these, aren't they?
They are indeed. You won't be finding these in our normal range because they are with our Sarah Signature Collection, the Frosty and Bright. So I'm just going to add a little bit of ink around the edge. So let me just pop a little bit onto my glass mat, pick it up, and then I'm just going to almost tickle the edges.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, tickle the edges.
Tickle the edges.
Tickle the edges. Oh, I could do with a tickle or two. With a fan. Tickle with a fan. Yeah, tickle. Not tickle. I don't like being tickled. Do you, Ben?
No.
No, I don't like being tickled.
My Daisy's cotton on to that fact. I'm not particularly ticklish, but just around the top of my ribs there.
Yeah?
Yeah, if someone comes up and does that, no, oh dear, no. Terrible.
Yeah,
Terrible.
My little Ezra's ticklish on his feet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my Daisy laughs and laughs and laughs on his feet. I don't like being tickled. Safi, you can just like under her neck or just on top of her hips.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I've just dropped ink pad. Laughs a little heart out. Just bear with me a second. Thank you very much. There we go. Whew. I think I might have to change this. Let me just try and kick that down a little bit.
I might have noticed it when I came over, actually.
Did you knock it?
I fell over it, yeah.
I think that might be what it was, because I'm thinking I can see my hair blowing everywhere. But look at that now, when you've got that lovely colour just added onto there. Now, I've already die cut a few other little pieces, because I'm going to give these a little tickle as well with that ink. And we're going to use this as a little bit of a background paper as well onto our dome card.
Yeah.
And I'm starting with that dome card that I showed you at the top. And I'm just going to come in with these because we've had lots of people bringing in ideas since we've launched these this morning, although this is the official launch right now on Crafters TV, saying about snipping into them, taking elements of them, and this is the thing you can do because of that lovely doily design, and I absolutely adore these. Right, so I've got a couple of pieces there. Let's put the ink back on, like so. Now, I've got 3 pieces all ready to go. I'm going to use one that's going to be my swinging element in the centre.
Oh,
and these
yeah.
2 pieces I'm going to pop onto my dome front card. Now, I've taken a cardstock, using our multi-purpose cardstock. Oh, so excited. I worked with Leanne last week. And it's like my dreams have been answered. I've been wishing and praying for A3 multi-purpose cardstock
to come
into our library, and she's doing it. She let it slip last week so I can share again.
Ah.
So we're going to be getting at some point, I'm
This
going to
year?
say some point soon. I would like to think this year. But she did say that it was something that had been requested a lot of, not just by us, but a lot by our lovely viewers out there. And she's granted that wish. She said she did
Wow.
have to pull some strings though with Mr. I call him Mr. Moneybags, but
Moneybags?
the man who looks after everything.
Ah,
Mr.
Simon.
Davies, yes.
Yes.
So she had to go and do a little...
Moneybags.
Well, he's in control of everything.
Yeah.
He is the main man.
Yeah.
He is the main man.
He is the main man.
But yes, that'll be coming soon, so I'm really, really excited.
Wow.
But I've taken a piece of cardstock and I've gone in for the 5, do you know, I like to do 6 by 6, but you can't get it quite out of an A4 piece of cardstock. So I've gone to 5 3/4, so
Yeah.
that's what this square blank is. My cardstock itself, now I've used one of my nesting dies to create the aperture, and I use this circle stitch edge, so that I've used it for other demonstrations, but just to create that aperture part. Now, to make it slightly bigger, to give you that dome feature, you need to make it bigger than what you've got here.
Okay.
So the measurements that I've gone for are that 5 3/4 by 7.5 inches. So it's 7.5 inches across, and I've just scored it off say this carefully because I've said this wrong.
What?
Once or twice. Tabs.
Oh, tabs.
Yes, tabs.
I wonder what you were thinking about then.
No, I did it yesterday. I said the most silliest of things. I mean, sometimes I just don't know when to engage brain with mouth. And I said it on air.
What did you
live. Oh no, I'm not going to repeat it. Because it was about, because I called these
Yes.
something else.
Flaps.
Thank you. And I said about spreading. So there you go. You get the gist of where I went with that one. Live on telly. And Mr. Bradford, I've never seen him crease up like he did. Because he did. God love him. But yes, so sometimes I just don't think. I need to think. Because it sounds all right in my head. The minute I open my mouth, it comes out all completely wrong.
Dear.
Now,
That's why we love you.
Well, good job, because you couldn't get me any other way if I tried. But I'm going to use little elements. Can you see what I'm going to do with this? I'm going to create a little bit of a background feature.
Background, yeah.
So I'm going to pop that on, and then I'm going to use the other elements to create the other bits around there. So I'm going to use my dotty tape pen. So dotty tape pen, and I think I'll put it all over to start with. So I've got it all the glue into place.
Oh, so you're going to place, then snip, and then move the other bit somewhere else?
Yes. So glue it all on, pop it on, snip it, and then you can reuse. And if you wanted to have a little bit of an overhang, you can do. But I'm going to go in about there on mine, and I'm carefully. I'm not going to open up that tab bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep that flat because I don't want it to stick on there. So I'm going to do that with the other piece as well. So let's bring in this one. Have we got these in stock, Johnny?
Yeah, I think we have.
Perfect, because these are literally made for these doily dies. These are so intricate, these dies. So yes, absolutely, if you want to stock up, get hold of those now, because this is absolutely the perfect glue for this technique. So again, I'm just going to pop that onto there. Again, I'm not popping it onto the tab side.
Yes.
Why can't I say that word? I don't know.
You can say it.
I can say it. I can say it.
You can say it. It's fine.
Can I say it? Because that's what I call it. I've always called it that, and I think that's what the thing is. I've always called it that.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to retrain yourself, isn't it, when you know what I mean by that, don't you?
No, I know
When
exactly what you mean.
Yeah, when you use certain words, it's very difficult to untrain your brain. Untrain the brain? Yeah, that's the right way. There you go.
Yes.
So I've got 2 pieces there.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn them the other way, though, because they have got sticky glue on.
Okay.
And then you've created that lovely little bit of that snippability. And I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm just going to tuck that down, though, because I don't want to cut that flap off.
Whilst you're cutting, Gilmer says hello, Ben, Debbie, Chloe and team and Crafty Peeps. Hello to Diane. Dan, is that you, Diane, from yesterday, Diane? 41 degrees in your back garden. I think that's Diane and Cass in Castleford, let us know. Sandra says, Debbie, crafting snowflakes on the hottest day seems a bit weird in a way. I mean, it does, doesn't it?
It does a little bit.
Good job they're not real ones, because they would have melted. Just like Debbie's cheese off her jacket earlier. Maricel says, good morning. Hot today in California as well, 103, which is 39. Good morning, says from Gina, Ben and Debbie, the crew, very hot and humid here in Buffalo. And Margaret says, cowboy cool down tip, soak a neckerchief in cold water and tie it around your neck. Quick cool off.
Oh.
Like that idea.
Oh, I like that idea. That's a good idea. Thank you for sharing.
And Betty, who's in Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, says, cold is better, only so much I can take off before the authorities are called. Are you speaking from experience, Betty?
Right, so I'm just snipping those edges off. I'm taking care not to cut those flaps off because that would make me dome a little bit difficult to pop on.
Yeah.
But you can see, you can just randomly put them on to create a little bit of texture. And of course, if you wanted, you could add more to it because I've still got these pieces that are now stuck to my glass mat because I put my glue on there. You could add more if you wanted to, so we could have a little bit of feature going all the way around. I'll add a little bit more just for that extra little bit. But
Dora Gray was just wondering how big the aperture is on that card.
it's the largest one of the stitch shade circles.
Right.
So if you've got the stitch shade circles, that's the largest of the dies that I've used. I carry mine around with me everywhere. I've said this before, just because you never know when you need to make some extra quick demos. So I've always got a good set of nesting dies readily available in my crafty bag. It's just the way I roll. Carry them around with me. I know Craig does the same. He's the same as me. We carry them around with us.
Yeah. Just
in case. You never know when you're going to be asked to do something extra. So I always carry a good set of nesting dies with me. And I love our stitched edged circles, the scallops, the squares. But yeah, it's the largest of them. But you can see now creating that lovely little texture around there. And I'm just going to finish that off by taking that ink again and just going around the edges. So I'm going to tickle around the edges of the main card now as well. If you wanted to use these for extra stenciling, cut one out, it may be in some acetate. And then you've got lovely little stencil that you can play with. Do that with your cardstock. You can also stencil through your cardstock. But I'm just tickling around those edges again.
Did a lot of tickling today.
Tickle, tickle.
Tickle.
Gives it extra little bit of, it gives it a nice little finish. It softens the edges of the white, which I think you can see that coming around the edge there. And again,
it gives it that more sort of frozen look.
Yeah, aren't these ink pads gorgeous though?
They are really
honestly,
lovely.
And they're not repeating colours that we've got in our range already.
So once they're gone as well.
Once they've gone, they've gone. Yeah, we're not bringing them back. They're not coming in. They're not, they're not making the cut, so to speak. And in terms of bringing them into our Harmony Water Reactive.
So buy 10 of
family.
each.
Yeah. Do you know, if you do want to, because I love these colours, I think they're absolutely divine.
They're only, are they $3.99 platinum, I think? $5-ish? Yeah, $3.99, $5.56, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah. Stock up.
Look how gorgeous that looks when you soften that up. And it really does make such a difference just by adding a little bit of ink. And I think, as you can see, I quite like that. I think that's
love
lovely.
It. It's really cute.
So I'm going to bring back in my dome, but before we do, I need to stick my snowflake into that centre. Now I've got a bit of the, now I used, come on, help me out, Ben.
Now,
it's one of the newest ones.
Is that Frosty and Bright?
Frosty and Bright, of course it is.
You see, there's elements of that which are similar to the new pads which we're launching next week, the ones that you were talking about last week, because we've got new ones coming next week.
We have.
26th of July, I think it is.
They are so lovely.
I'm sure. Pads. Well, I've got them down here. I've got them down here to be right hand side.
Is that the new ones?
The Winter's Tale and the Winter Solstice.
Yeah.
That are launching, I think it's the 26th. There's some papers there. If you like these, you'll love those. I can't show you them though.
The ones I gave an unofficial sneaky peek that no one needs to know about.
About 3 weeks too early, but we won't talk about that.
No, we'll not talk about that at all. I've just realised I'm sticking this down. I'm getting ahead of myself, so I'm going to stop that for a second because I don't want to stick it down just yet.
Okay.
I'm going to attach this piece around that piece of cardstock. Debbie getting ahead of herself there. What we are going to do though is we're going to stick into the centre and we're going to use some thread. Now I've used one of the lovely, I'm going to call it sparkled thread. We've got lots of thread. You could use invisible thread if you wanted to, but what I want to do is just place it into the centre of my die.
Okay.
So I'm going to use, I think I might use some, yeah, I'm going to use some red liner tape. Let me see if I can find that red liner. There we go, I found it. So I'm going to use a bit of red liner tape just to put in the centre. That's just to hold it into place. Let's snip that off, like so. and put that through the centre. I could use glue, but I'm going to go in with the red liner. Just pop that just over, and that's just to hold it down, and then we're going to attach that then to the front. So if I turn that round this way, we're going to pop that on and thread that through the centre, and then I'm going to hold that down because this little bit's hiding. I can get away with the red liner tape again. You could actually, you know, die cut yourself another piece to stick it over the top if you wanted to. You could actually die cut yourself another piece and pop that onto the top, so you've got a nice neat finish. I suppose it depends on the look that you're going for. So again, let's just centralise that into the middle of the aperture. Like, that looks about central, doesn't it? Yep. So I'm going to hold that down. In fact, let me just pop that down to the top bit. Oops. Maybe not that piece, Debbie, because it's non-sticky. In fact, let me just switch that up to a thicker one, Ben.
Okay.
Let's give that a little change up. Use a thicker one.
Whilst you're sticking, we'll say hi to Christine, who says, when the weather is too hot or too cold, just turn the air or heat on and craft away. It's difficult here in the UK, though, with when it gets really hot, because it's not the same as like you guys in the US, because I think you have a lot more air conditioning, don't you, in houses and buildings and stuff. We are rubbish. Like, well, I'd say the majority of houses here, we don't have air conditioning, do we? And we've got our, you know, carpeted floors and stuff. So the houses, night time's the worst, isn't it? Let's be honest. When you're trying to get to sleep, because you have these fans and they just do not cool you down. That's when I kind of wish.
That's the problem we had last night, because I haven't got a fan in mine.
No.
My son pinched it. Guess
really?
who had it on? He had his fan on there last night, and I'm sweltering in that little bedroom. You what, look?
You should have pinched it back.
It's because I've let him have it for such a long time that I thought I can't really just demand it back now, can I? And he started his new job today as well. Bless his little heart.
Yeah, so needed a good night's sleep.
In the factory, God love him. He's going to be sweltering. He's got his shorts on as well. He went out in his shorts last night. This morning.
Yeah.
He went out in his shorts and his t-shirt, because they've got a little bit more relaxed uniform.
Yes.
The new place that he's at. Before he had to wear like a thick polo neck jumper.
Oh my goodness.
And I said to him, you would have never coped in your old job there. Oh, look at that. That look lovely.
That looks beautiful.
Looks beautiful. And I'm just going to finish that off with a little gem in the centre. So I'll pop that in now before I actually attach it. Okay. So let's pop that onto the centre panel. Of course, you could be taking things like your clear overlay, giving it a little nice twist with a sparkle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap those two flaps around that piece of cardstock. So I'm going to pop and attach those. So I'm going to use, I'll use tape. I'll use my tape pen. Pop that round on both sides of the inner part of the flap, like so. And then I'm going to attach it to one end of the cardstock. So, well, I say cardstock, that beautiful paper. And I'm just going to line that up to that straight edge. And this gives it a nice, neater finish when you're doing that. Debbie's just realised as well, not cleaned up my ink. Actually, I need to clean that in a minute. Just remind me. Remind me, Ben. Then I'm going to pull that in to give that dome. So when I want to pull it in, this is why you make it longer than your actual piece, because you want to give it that dome and force it into that dome shape. Of course, you could take your bone folders and force it in that way, but if you just use it with your straight edge, look, you've got it already. Yeah, so now what we're ready to do is pop that base onto our card blank. Now I can put my glue on. There we go. Pop my glue all the way around and position that now onto my card base. I think I might have I'll have a tent fold. Let's pop that up. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Yeah, we'll go that way. We'll have normal open fold. So I'm going to just position that in. Because I've used my wet glue, I've got a bit of wiggle time with this. Yeah. So I'm just going to position, stick that down into place. And it gives it a really nice, neat finish as well. And then just finish that off with a little let it snow sentiments. Because it's a dome, I'm going to shape that just by using my fingers. But again, take your bone folders. You've got bone folders that you can use. And I'm just going to now pop a little bit of glue on the back of it. And then stick that to the front. Perfect. Like so. And there you go. I love it. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Shall we call it a wibbly wobbly snowflake? A wibbly wobbly snowflake. A wibbly wobbly snowflake into the centre of your dome card.
That is brilliant. And do you know what I love again about that? Totally easy to follow, totally easy to recreate as well. And you can do that with these collections. How great as well from like, the snowflake, creating the background to then creating the focal little wibbly wobbler with that as well. I just think it's absolutely brilliant. Shows you how versatile these dies are, how intricate they are, and just how gorgeous they are as well. Come and take a look here at just all of the detail that you're going to get in each and every one of these beautiful dies. You know, I know times are tight, people's budgets are different, but if you can stretch to all of these today, £30.39 I think is a great price. Platinum, $38. If you want to pick and choose, let me give you the names. That one's your mandala. You can also, if you want to pop into your basket, this one here, which is called the Lace Edge Star. And again, now, hopefully, I'm sure you probably were doing it in the first place, but now you're sort of seeing where all the sort of snip points are, where you can go to kind of change these up. How great as well, now you're thinking about using these to create your own unique backgrounds for your projects as well. That one there is called your Frosted Star. This is my favourite in here, the beautiful opulent snowflake. I just love that with the little bells in there. And again, snip here, snip there. You've got loads of different shapes you can create with that. Think about using these for your decorative elements as well, your beautiful ornaments and Christmas tree decorations this year too. That one's called Elegant Snowflake. And your last one within this collection is Regal Snowflake. So it's only two for £14 or $18. Buy them individually, or of course, you can go for the full collection, which you're seeing there on your screen. Nina says, I sleep with a reusable ice pack tied to the pulse points on my wrist. You know what? I was literally just about to say that. I think it was my dad that told me, if you're ever really, really hot, the best place that you can sort of cool down is to put run your wrists under some cold water. So that's apparently something good that you can do. Jules says, Ben, it's 39 degrees in Berkshire, and Heathrow has broken the record, hitting 40.2 an hour ago, 40 degrees. And my favourite message of the day so far comes in from Kirsty D, who says, afternoon everyone, I'm a bit late to the party. I've been busy trying to cool down a fish tank. And do you have to cool down fish as well? Is that what you mean? Busy trying to cool down a fish tank?
Well, actually, do you know, I bet you do, because when I went home last night,
yeah.
Do you know my makeup fluids? Not only they were burning hot, they were really loose. So when I opened up my hand cream, instead of it being a thick and I have to get a good old squeeze, I squeezed it and it splattered. Absolutely, it was like running water. My lipstick melted. And that was inside. So I can imagine, if your fish are inside, I think you must have to, yeah?
Right, she says, I've also given the cat some cat-friendly ice cream.
Oh.
And I'm now sat with a nice cold milkshake. Well, everyone's called in your household, the fish, the cat and you, Kirsty, which is good. Lots of love coming through for that last project as well. Gorgeous, Debbie, says Clarice. And nice, I just bought a collection of dome cards from Hunky Dory. Love this inspiration. Thank you, Debbie, says Shadiah. We've got some gorgeous paper pads on the show today as well for you. The Frosty and Bright said that was the pad that Debbie got the last sheet of paper from. You are going to love this. I mean, you can see the colour palette here, got a real sort of contemporary feel to it, but what a lot of you I think have loved is the fact that you've got the gorgeous combination of the sort of teals and the pinks in there as well. And actually, what I love about this is the fact that the more that you look into the different papers that you've got here, you'll see more themes running through them. There's so much going on with all of these papers. Beautiful Christmas scenes with sort of frosted scenery and baubles and beautiful snowflakes running through them. Once again, if I just show you on the side there, you've got the reverse of these all going to match up perfectly. So your mats and layers are going to look the business. That pink, I just think, is absolutely gorgeous. If you were a big fan of the watercolour Christmas that we had last year, again, it's that sort of same colour theme going on, but a really kind of vintage look to this. Really, really beautiful. And 36 double-sided sheets that you're going to have so much fun crafting with. £11.99 is the platinum price on that, or $15.96. It is a great deal, particularly maybe you already bought the collection and then you've realised you've got it home, you've gone, I didn't order near enough paper pads. Now is the time to buy more. Stock up before these disappear. If you want to get the 6x6 as well, then again, that is also in stock. basically with our 6x6 pads, they are they're a miniature version of exactly what you're going to see in the 12x12, and the price again on that is brilliant. I wasn't expecting to see that. £4.79 is your price on your 6x6 paper pad if you're a Platinum member. $7.96 if you are shopping in the US and you are Platinum as well. We have got another selection of paper pads available for you. Do hit the Shop the Day page. You can see everything that we've already shown, everything which is coming up over the course of the day today. Launch party on the way with Sarah from 6 o'clock tonight, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Rose is saying these are all gorgeous. And Creative Blessing says, Ben, how about the fast food restaurants? Do they not have air conditioning? I think a lot of the shops have air conditioning. The fast food restaurants do, and things like hotels, but it's generally like houses. Like I can't think of anyone that I know who has like air conditioning in their house.
I think
a lot of schools as well don't have it, do they?
No, schools definitely don't. No, because I know my daughter was saying, because we spoke to each other over dinner time, and she was saying kids are like literally melting. She said we're going to go down to local Colt, which is just a few minutes walk down the street from her, and go and ask her if her kids could start stacking shelves or something like that, because the air conditioning in there is absolutely beautiful. I'm like, why not? See what happens. But I know full well Ezra wouldn't be stacking nothing; he'd be pulling everything off. But yeah, no. Shops do, so I'm going to say some shops, not all shops.
Not all.
Major stores usually do, but yeah.
But it's hard for the kids. Like my kids have gone to school in their PE kit the last couple of days. It's my daughter's last day today. Poor old George got another couple of days, but it cools down from tomorrow, so everyone will be fine. Even though George was still moaning this morning because they've sort of gradually stripped them down. Like at the start of the week, they were allowed to take off their blazers and tie, and then from yesterday they were allowed to wear their PE kit. But of course, he's moaning this morning. He's in his PE kit, but his PE kit's black.
Oh, God, love it. Attract all the heat. Sun, come and beat down on me more. Yeah. Because that's what it does. It attracts the heat. It should be white. It should be white.
So there you go. Keep the questions coming. Creative Blessings is saying, are these paper pads available in vellum? Was there a vellum pad with the Frosty and Bright? I don't...
Now then, let me think. Frosty and Bright, was there a vellum pad?
You've got the resist pad in here.
I don't think there was.
You've got faux snow, the foil card pad, faux snow. I've got it all down here. Hang on. And you've got the luxury mixed cardstock.
I'll be totally honest, I don't think there is.
No, there isn't. I ain't got it. No.
But we do have some beautiful vellums in other Christmas collections.
We do.
So you could go and use them with those and cut them out in vellum, would look stunning, especially if you were making your Christmas decorations, or they would look beautiful in vellums and things like acetates as well.
Yes.
So yes.
Just search vellum in the search box on the website. We have actually as well, I can't remember the exact date, but early next month sometime, I've seen it in my calendar, we've got a vellum masterclass coming up. Yes, if you've ever wondered how to use vellum to its bestest capacity, look out for that. I'll have a look whilst Debbie's doing it and let you know what that is, but that is coming up start of August.
Yep, right, so going to use your favourite, the opulent snowflake.
Yes.
Love this one. The delicate detail in this is just beautiful. And that lovely play as well, we've got those lovely bells that are situated in between. Just think it's absolutely gorgeous. I am using some of the Frosty and Bright. Now I use the 12x12, but this would work equally as well with the 6x6. And I'm debating which side to use now. I'm going to stick with the original one, which is this beautiful snowflakey design. I've got a bit of our multi-purpose cardstock again, and I'm going to do, this is my matte and layer effect that I'm going with. Now the size that I've cut this down to is 5x5. This piece is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and I'm going to cut myself an aperture through both of those pieces.
Okay.
But I need those pieces stuck down. Now normally if I'd have had time, but because I've obviously had to stand in and I've had to quickly put things together, so I have not stuck that down. So I'm just going to hold it down with a bit of repositional spray. If you are going to use the wet glue, you need to give it time to dry. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that all the way across, because once it's on, it'll be stuck down. And I won't get any glue splodgers because it's not wet glue. It's like a dry glue, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's put that on into place. Perfect. And now that's all attached down, I know that I can cut through. And I'm going to place it, and this is the lovely thing, no right or wrong way, you can place it wherever you want. But I quite like that snowflakey design, so I'm going to go in the centre part, and it looks about centre. Every time I look up at that camera, I think, it looks centred to me by eye, but when I look at it from the camera angle, I think it's not centred at all.
Oh.
But it'll be fine.
That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be
do.
fine. Yeah. So I'm just going to hold that down, and we're going to cut that through now, both pieces. So bringing back in your plate, these are thin metal dies. It's the normal combination. Using your Gemini with a thin metal die. So I've got my plastic shim, magnetic shim, and the other cutting plate, and pop that through your machine. Now I've got myself a bigger base here. Sorry, Ben.
I was going to say 5th of August for the Vellum Masterclass.
5th of August, it won't be me.
Me and Debbie Fisher.
Yes,
6 o'clock.
I'm after this week, well, Friday's going to be my last day for a couple of weeks.
Oh, what?
I know.
What?
I know.
What?
I know.
You're going away?
I'm going to go to Bristol for a couple of days.
Ah, with the fam.
Yeah, I'll go to Bristol for a couple of days. But no, I've got a week off, and then when I come back, I'm working from home.
Working from home?
Working from home.
Ah.
Before I'll be back here at CTV. I think it's something like I want to say the 6th, 7th, something like that.
Of August?
I think so, yes. Yeah, I think it's around that time. Now, because I've cut through the 2 pieces, I can see it's not quite cut through both pieces. So I'm going to bring in the additional shim, and I'm going to bring in my metal shim. Let us bring in that metal shim. Yeah, you might be able to find out for me, Ben, if you've got your diary open when I'm back.
Well, I've only got mine, so if you're not with me, I won't know.
Ah, of course,
Oh, no.
of course. I could be with Joe, I could be with Becky. I'm not sure who I'm with.
Oh, I haven't got you again for... Well, I don't think I'm with you in August, from what I can see. No.
What?
No.
No.
You're away the first week of August, you say?
You what, no?
You're away the first week of August.
I mean, so I'm off from this Saturday, and is that the 23rd?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, what day is it today?
19th.
It's Tuesday, isn't it? The 19th.
Yeah.
Oh, if my stepmom's watching, Easel, happy birthday, I forgot to message her. I rang him yesterday and spoke to him yesterday. It's my stepmom's birthday.
Oh.
I haven't forgotten. I was going to
It looks like you have.
No. I was going to see them today. I was going to see them today.
But then you came here.
But because I've come in, I've had to come in and work instead. So happy birthday if you're watching, Easel. I'll not reveal your age. Keep it between yourselves.
Yeah.
But I hope you're having a lovely day. Can't believe it's your birthday on the hottest day of the year. But yes, after I've finished work on Friday, I am on holiday for a week, and then when I come back, I'll be working from home for a week,
Well,
then heading back here.
I'm not with you in August at all. I won't see you till September.
It's like they're trying to keep us apart. Then I mean, how could they? Now then, beautiful aperture created through there, and then all you're going to do is poke out these little pieces, and I love this design because I've got 2 pieces there. Now if I hadn't stuck them down, I would have had 2 separate layers there, but silly old me, I stuck them both down, didn't I? I did. However, you can poke all those pieces, and what you will have done is created, don't throw them away, little shaker elements there, aren't they? Yeah, just thinking. Little shaker elements, but you can poke out all those pieces. Is it me that's moving, or is it it's the counter or the mat? Every time I lean forward, is it the mat that's moving? I bet my legs have fallen off the mat.
Your legs have fallen off?
I bet they've fallen off the mat, yeah. Do you know you've got those little, underneath your mats, there's like little, I call them legs. They're like, it's to stop your glass mat from moving.
Oh, underneath that mat?
Yes.
I thought you meant the mat you were standing on.
No, this one I'm standing on.
Oh, the little rubber stoppers.
I'm sticking to bits. No, I meant the legs underneath
I know what you
the
mean
mat.
now, yes.
To stop the mat from sliding around, and I think they may have fallen off.
Right.
Hence why, when I'm putting my arm down...
You're going wibbly wobbly.
I'm like that.
Yeah.
I'm going wibbly wobbly, yeah. But yeah, just poke all those pieces out, and what you'll end up with is 2. I mean, that looks lovely already, even in that lovely textured cardstock. It almost gives it texture to it. But you will have 2 separate pieces. Now, this is the piece when you've poked out all your bits with your white, and you've got yourself 2 pieces in one, because we're going to stick that back in, but we're going to lift it, so it's going to be like a little aperture with that sat round the back. However, plain white cardstock sometimes is nice, but I like to titivate it up again, Ben, so do you know what I'm going to use? Now, I'm going to use some spray. I am going to stand at the back of the studio, just for a second, because I'm going to use, because I've got a fan, I'm going to use a bit of spray over this piece. So,
Which one is that?
I've got the spray and sparkle,
Right.
and I've gone for the silver. We've got gold, we've got iridescent, we've got pearl diamond, and we have gold and silver. And these are our glitter sprays in a can.
Right.
Love them. I use them ever such a lot, but I usually use them now. I can't remember her name. What were her name? Brenda? Barbara?
Brenda.
Brenda? Barbara?
Brenda.
Bertha?
Brenda
What's she called?
Brenda the boobs. Spray booth.
Thank you. Thank you, George.
Can I just,
Spray
do you know
booth.
what? Whilst oh, you're going to spray. Is she in the cupboard down here?
Do you think she is? Well, if she is, could I have her?
Where's Brenda?
Where's Brenda gone? That's what we want to know. Where is she?
Liam
Yes,
was the creator of
Liam
Brenda.
was the creator of Brenda because he
Not
gave
in
me
there.
a Debbie. He made
Here
me
she
a
is,
Debbie.
Liam.
Is he there, Liam? Hello, Liam. He's in my ear. Hello,
Yeah.
Liam. Do you know where Brenda's gone?
He's going to find
I'm
her.
going to find her.
It might be
Perfect.
too late because she wanted to...
Well, no, because I can wait for that little bit. I can wait for that little bit.
Okay.
I can be starting to construct my card.
All right.
So I can be starting to put base layers on while he's looking. Because what we're going to do is, and I've used that gorgeous Frosty and Bright with this, and I've gone slightly bigger than 6x6 with this, and a card blank, and I've used this gorgeous paper, and I'm just going to pop that onto the back there like so, and then this is going to add some extra dimension. I'm going to put some foam pads onto the back because I'm going to lift that up slightly to create that dimension for my beautiful snowflake to sit in the back. Okay, so let's pop our glue on like so.
Lots of lovely messages coming through. Love your last card, Jeanette says. Debbie, just beautiful.
Thank you.
Elaine says she loves your dress.
Thank you very much.
Deb says, Debbie, you will be missed when you go away. She will be missed.
Well, I'm hoping to do a little bit of a Facebook Live at some point during the second week. Not on my week's holiday, I hope, just because I'm going to take a little bit of time out. But when I'm working from home, my lovely Liam, who's looking for Brenda, has created me a little page that I can pop on so that I can have a little bit of
A little whole
live
page?
Yeah, I've got a little
whole
page.
page.
I've got a little old page, yeah, that is done for me, yeah. So yes, I am going to do a little Facebook Live from home.
Yeah.
Because I will be creating something with some new products as well. So
super
yeah,
cool.
So super cool. Little Liam. He's gone to look for Brenda. God love him. But I'm just putting my foam pads just on there. Now you could give it extra depth because what we could do is double layer these foam pads up.
Yeah.
And I think I might do that to create a little bit of extra depth and dimension. I'll see what it looks like. While I'm just popping the foam pad off the back.
Okay.
And this creates that little bit of aperture. This is what I said earlier as well. Do you know what you could be doing? You could have put some acetate around the back of there, and then trapped some maybe snowflakes in, or a bit of faux snow in there, some little gems, and create a little bit of a shaker card with it as well. So I'm going to see let's see how big that is. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pop on some extra little foam pads just onto the back because I'm going to create a little bit of extra depth with these. Now, if you were using 3D cloud glue, of course, you're in control of how thick your layer can be then. So if you're using that, I would use quite a nice bit of 3D cloud glue just to give it an extra lift. But I'm going to go in and I'm going to make life easy for myself. I'm going to put this piece down first before I actually put the snowflake back in, which I know sounds a bit bizarre, but I've got to try and get that panel right. So I'd rather do it this way around. So I'm going to place that on. Now I'm just going to check. In fact, before I do, I'm going to give myself a little bit of wiggle time. Add a little bit of wet glue onto the back of your foam pad.
Oh, yes.
Gives you that extra little bit of time to position it into the centre of your card.
You're using lots of foam pads today, aren't you?
I have. Get me.
Going against the grain for you.
I know, it is against the grain for me because I'm normally... But look at the depth it gives you. Look what Liam's found.
Look
He's
who's
found
back.
her.
Back
He's
again.
found her.
Brenda's
There
back.
she is. Brenda's
There she
back.
is.
Do you know, Sarah will be chuffed to bits. She will, because we've all been looking for her. Don't know where she's been hiding, but I'm going to pop my little panel into there, and I'm going to now give my spray a little bit of a shake, and I'm going to give it a few little... Now, have you noticed I'm not going in close? I'm going up, and I'm just going to give that little spritz and a little spray.
So much better than it going all over the place, isn't it?
Oh my God, it goes absolutely everywhere if you haven't got a little Brenda.
Yeah.
I used to have an old box Do you know, like it was an old crisp book that I used to have, and I used to do lots of inky techniques in there. So I had like an old craft mat down in the bottom.
Yeah.
But it gets a bit messy after a while. Whereas Brenda, I mean, you can keep changing her size if you want to. I'm adding a little bit of extra spray and sparkle in there.
Beautiful.
But you can see, just let that dry.
Yeah.
And then you're going to lift that off. Oops, take my foam pad backing off there.
Oh, it's good to see Brenda back.
It's lovely to see her back, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yay! So we'll keep her, let's pop that just there for a second. Let me put her to the side.
Yeah.
So she doesn't go away again. I don't know where she's been on the jollies. I think that's where she's been for quite a while.
Oh, yeah. Brenda's the new hashtag slacker. Not me anymore. Been away on holiday for about 6 months.
Now, while I'm just waiting for that to dry,
Yeah.
do you know I talked about, like, if you look at these dies, these doily dies, again, can you see the snippability?
Yeah.
You've got this central piece there that I think you could use if you took off that outer part. You could actually do that in a different colour contrasting cardstock and then add that centrepiece in to give yourself an extra effect, a decoupage layer on top if you wanted to. I'm going to keep it nice and flat though, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to keep it nice and flat. I'm going to bring back in my card base and we're going to position that into the centre. Of course though, I need some glue. Now it is a little bit wet still, so let me just pop that down there and I'll just try and do this gently. Obviously let it dry because the spray is wet, it's wet. You've got to let it dry, but I don't have that time to do that, so I'm just going to put that back into there and then push that down. And if I push that right down, and again, you would take a little bit more time, it's because she's a bit tacky and a bit wet still, but I think I'll get away with it. And push that through, but that means then you've been able to position that back into its slot rather than trying to do it the other way around, Ben, which, believe you me, would be a nightmare trying to position it, especially in terms of getting this angle right, and I think I've done that about right there. Let's push her back in. Talking like a snowflake, it's got a he and a she.
Okay, so what?
I'm saying push her back in like the snowflakes are her. But can you see now you've created a bit of depth?
Yes.
Stick that down, and then what I'm going to do is just add onto there a little Christmas sign. So I've got Happy Christmas that I'm just going to pop onto the bottom, like so. And I'm just going to position that there. We go. That looks about right.
Very pretty.
And then I'm just going to add a few little gems. Now, shall we add one into the centre of the star? Let's go in with the centre again. And I might... shall I add... No, I'll add them where I was going to add them, Debbie. Don't change it up. Keep it where you was going to do. Ooh, where's my bow gone? I had a bow. You know me and my bows. Love a good bow. So I'm just going to pop a little bow in that corner. And then add a few little gems. Just put one on here. I might put two actually. Two on there. Two on there. And again, you've got yourself a lovely little aperture. Creating that using the snowflake. And of course then you've got the piece that I've got left, the waist piece. Which would have been the outside. I've got that piece that I can use for something else. But there you go. Another lovely little one done just beautifully, and creates that little bit of depth. And like I said, be perfect for a shaker card, that one. Absolutely gorgeous. Using those papers from the Frosty and Bright paper pad, a couple of little gems on there, a little bit of spray and sparkle, and you're good to go.
I really love this collection, and already off the back of Wake Up Call and into this show as well, you're seeing lots of different ways to be able to use this collection already, and lots of really fun, easy to get to grips with demos for you too. So wherever you are on your crafting journey, you can certainly, I think, recreate all of the demos that you've seen so far, which again makes this price even better value for money, really, doesn't it? Because you're taking all of these demonstrations and projects home with you, so you can get crafting as soon as you get your bundle. If you don't want to go for the full bundle, you can go individually, or two for £14, two for $18. But if you go for the lot, you've got all of that craftability, all of that snippability right there through that gorgeous mandala. This one, beautiful as well. It is your lace edge star. Then you've got the frosted star. Here it is, the one we just seen is the opulent snowflake, absolutely gorgeous, alongside that beautiful, elegant snowflake. And then lastly in this set, the one which Debbie used earlier on a wake-up call was the Regal Snowflake. Hard to choose two which you might go for there, because I think you're going to love them all. So if you can stretch to the £30.39, which I think is a great buy, then get them all today. $38 is your platinum price if you're shopping in the US as well. Beautiful card, says Lynn Cherryman. Denise saying, Debbie, that is a beautiful card. I just love it. Gilmore saying, gorgeous card, Debbie. And Dana and also Carol saying how much they love that last project, and so many people as well welcoming back Brenda. Lots of you very pleased to see Brenda back in the studio. Listen, let's take a bit of a break, because I know there's lots of you with unchecked carts and baskets right now. So you head to the checkouts. We're halfway through the show already. It's flying over. When we come back, we'll have more inspiration for you on this brand new launch. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Hello, welcome back. Just having a swig of the drink there. Trying to keep cool in the studio, trying to keep cool. Loads of you loving the collection. Let me know if you've bought it, by the way, and also do let me know if you've gone for the sort of pick and mix, if you like. If you've bought two, which two have you bought? Which are the favourite ones within the collection? I would love to know. Kathy Wright is saying, I'm just listening whilst getting ready for work. I did already order these. And Rhonda Crowley says, good morning, everyone. I've just woke up, made my vitamins and coffee, and now I'm sitting down to enjoy Crafters TV with all my lovely crafty peeps. It's lovely to have you all with us. We really appreciate your company, and hopefully wherever you are, you're keeping cool, however you're doing that. Just imagine a few of you sat out there watching us on your tablets with feet in a paddling pool or in a bucket of ice or something like that. That's when they needed to bring that. Remember that ice bucket challenge they used to do about 3 or 4 years ago? That's what they need to bring back now. I would not mind that. If anyone wanted to come in here right now and tip a bucket of ice on my head, I would be, I would be all up for that. Oh, Jake's just ran down the corridor to go and get a bucket of ice. This is the brand new collection launching today. If you want to pick it up, £30, $39, $38. Later on, Sarah's going to be here for what is going to be a brilliant launch party, 1 o'clock Eastern, where we've got another brand new launch, those amazing Christmas toppers, which we'll be looking at a little bit later on. But from making beautiful cards with this intricate Doily die collection to beautiful boxes as well, but beautiful ornaments. And I know, Debbie, that's something that you wanted to touch on with your next demo, isn't it?
Yeah, screaming out to be used for Christmas ornaments, hanging decorations, because these really are beautiful dies that you can use in so many different ways, from snipping into them, from using them from background pages into your scrapbook layouts, but also for those hanging decorations. So I'm going to use the frosted star. Love this design again. It really is a beautiful design, loads of intricacy in there as well, and I'm going to use some of our Centura pearl. I've got a few pieces here, Ben, because the thing with this is that you can make these decorations as like 4-sided, 5-sided, 6-sided, as many as you want really, and that comes, and the next one that I'm going to do is I'm going to take it into card making after I've done this demonstration, because honestly they just are so lovely to use, so easy to use, but you can use as many or as little as you want to create this lovely effect. I've done one with 4 sides, I think I've done one with 5 sides. I think I'm going to go with a 6-sided one and see what that looks like with this one, just to mix it up a little bit, because people absolutely loved this, and the comments that I had about saying how they would love to do this and cut it out into different kinds of medium, from vellums to acetates to pretty cardstock. I'm keeping it quite simple in terms of the colour choices that I've used, but again, look at that intricate design all in one pass, cut out. Again, that doily feature is you could take this around and create a different pattern entirely. But look how lovely the effect is, that lovely lace effect through there. I can just see patterns within patterns within patterns on that one. I can see elements that you can snip out, chop into as well. So it really is a gorgeous one. And of course you can ink these up, so you could do this now and then take your inks and go over those. I'm just trying to clean my die as quick as I can, because I've only got one of these dies. Die cleaning brush will probably help. Actually, you've got your die cleaning brush, Debbie. Let's give it a little removal of all the little bits in there. So I think that's majority of them. Let's just get the extras out.
Another one from over here.
You what, love?
You can have one of the ones off the display if you want.
Oh, bless you. It's all right. I think I've got majority of them out. I think it'll be fine. All I will say is, because this is an intricate die, please make sure that you do clean your die out before you run it through again in a piece of cardstock, because if you leave those bits in, it can affect the cut of the next one, and you don't want to do that. So just make sure it takes 2 seconds.
Good housekeeping, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a bit of housekeeping, which is unusual for me, because I am ultra messy. But there you go, just pop that on. I'm going to run that through again, because I've already got some bits cut up to one side of me, but I just wanted an extra couple, because I wanted to try and go a little bit bigger and see what it looked like with more than 4 or 5 sides. I want to go a little bit bigger and see how big you can get this, because I bet you could go really big if you wanted to. Yeah. Depending on the levels of layers you want to create. So let's take that out. Going to get a little gentle drop. You have got a little release hole though. Right at the very top there is a little release hole that you can just release your die, get your poker tool just underneath, and then bring that back. And then just peel that back gently.
Oh, look at that
and there you go. You can see the majority has already come. I mean, this is how Teflon coated these dies are these days. I remember dies back in the day when it was an expensive thing to pop on a die. And now the die, modern technology, the way it comes, the more dies get more intricate.
No, but there's nothing like that, was there, back in the day?
Oh God, no.
Nah.
No. And if it did, it'd be literally, so difficult to get out, all those pieces. So I've got a couple there, Ben. I have actually got a few Now I did say, see, this is another thing with me. Never know when to stop.
That's 6.
I'm terrible for it. I'll just sit there. I could be watching something on telly and I'm just running it through and through and through. So I've got quite a few on there. What I just need to do though to create that lovely shape is fold them and give that score line. Now you can take your scoreboards and use them down. I found with the scoreboard though that it can, you know, because it's so intricate, you can jump out of the groove. So, easiest way. Fold over.
Just fold them, yeah.
And then get your fingers, manipulate that in, and then finish that off with the bone folder to flatten and give you that little edge, which makes that super simple and super easy. Do you know I've done it again?
What have you done?
Put the fold in the wrong place.
Ah!
Oh, I did this yesterday. It's because it's such a heavy pattern that you look at it and you think, I think I've got that right. Then I open it up and think, oh, no, you haven't.
What are you trying to do? Fold it down the points?
Yes, do it from point to point, and then I realised I went the other way. There we go, point to point.
Yeah.
Do you know, I look at this one, I see a butterfly in this. I don't know why. I can see like a little butterfly design in it, and the reason being is the little shapes of the wings. It's like a bit, I know it's a star, but in my head, I can see a little bit of a butterfly design. I'm absolutely obsessed with butterflies, but I can look at Ben now, he's getting it out to have a little look.
Oh, is it the frosted?
It's the frosted, yeah, it's the frosted star.
Yeah, like in a circle, do you mean?
Yeah, just look at it.
I can.
Can you see the shape?
Yeah.
The wing, the bottom bit, the wing, the head bit. That's how I look at that one. That's just how I write. I'm not kidding.
I can see little anchors on this as well now.
You can see what?
Anchors.
Anchors, yeah.
Yeah, on the,
on the
outside.
ends, yeah. You look at them every single time and you think, oh, yeah, I can see the yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, maybe I've got a little bit too much there. Now, when you're doing this, again.
I can see also.
You see, that's the thing with the Doily die. Is
it one of those dies that whatever you see tells you what personality you are?
Yeah.
You know, like you see on Facebook, the first 3 words you see will tell you what your next 3 years is going to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I've just put the glue down 1/2, so I've ignored this half.
Yep.
And just put the glue on this side. And then all you're going to do is take that piece and marry it up against the half and line it up and position it on. And then just stick those pieces down, and it leaves you this little flappy bit here like this. Can you see? It's starting to come together. Now, what this looked lovely, and I'll show you that sample that I did with the one that I did yesterday. You can use contrasting colours, and maybe use alternate colours.
Yeah.
So you could use a mirror card or a glitter card. You could use all glitter if you wanted to. I'm using all Centura Pearl. For this particular one, but that's just the design I'm looking for. So again, when you look at it, you take it, you pop it to one side, you marry it over, just pop that literally layered upon, and then just like so. And now you can see you're building up a little bit of dimension. If I just hold it there, you can see your dimension coming together. And this is how you can create that lovely, if our George can do that front for me, you can see it coming together now.
Is there like a minimum weight of cardstock you'd use for these?
No.
Or does it not really matter? I suppose you could make paper ones if you wanted, couldn't you?
Yeah, paper ones, they'll look just as effective, yeah. Pattern papers, pattern papers look lovely. That Frosty and Bright, I think, would look gorgeous in this.
Yeah, it would.
Glitter cardstock looks beautiful, mirror cardstock looks beautiful. And I'm just going to carry on doing this. And that's all I'm doing. 1/2, layering it over, making sure it's all matching, sticking that down, and because I've got the dotty tape pen, I know that there's no glue coming through the other end, so it makes it really lovely. Now look at this, look at this coming together. Shall we carry on? Shall we see how big we can go with it? Let's keep going. Let's see how many we can get in here. We've got plenty of time to get the other demonstrations in, or as many as we possibly can. And I'm just going to carry on. So this will be, so I had 7, I've got 3 left. How many does that make it? 4, 5? This is the 5th one? Yeah, this is the 5th piece going on top. So I'm just going to match that up. Whew. Don't know about you, Ben, but...
I'm thinking about derobing very soon.
Yeah, I actually... I know watch.
You've got the fan on over there.
I have that. Do you know, because we had to move it back a bit because it was interfering with sound.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel, I think it must be getting even hotter outside because I'm starting to feel it again.
Well, he's just, no, he's not whispered in my ear, that sounds wrong. He's just said in my ear, it's 38 out there now, it's gradually creeping
Oh my
up.
God.
38 degrees. The highest it's ever been up here.
I think it actually is. I mean, up north, this is unheard of. Look at this. This is looking beautiful. Shall we go one more?
Do
Try
it.
one more? Yeah, let's try one more.
Stick another 4 on.
Stick another, shall I? So again, just using me tape, me dotty tape pen across there, and creating this dimension, and then again just make sure that you're trying to get in. I suppose with the amount of levels that you're going for, it'll start to affect. I mean, I'm getting away with it at the minute, but I'm not sure if I can get away with another one. Although saying that, I'm not so sure. Look at this. How many pieces is this? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a shot. Let's put that last one in. So I'm going to pop now. I'm actually going to put the glue on both sides because we're going to stick this all together.
Yeah.
Now, if you're making this as a frame, an home decor piece, you're going to add or attach your invisible string. I think would look lovely. That invisible thread. I think that would look lovely. We've got many on beautiful threads on our threaders range. I'm going to use some twine again, but this is when you would stick it into the centre. I suppose it depends on the effect that you're going for. Making a spinner card, this could be a lovely middle centre for a spinner. But I'm just going to stick that half down first. Let me just...
What is this layer number?
This is the 7th.
7.
I think I'm pushing it to its limits now, my days. I don't think I'm going to try anymore. But again, have a play. Have a play. Now, before I stick those two bits together, and I'm going to put glue on both sides. So I've already got glue on that side, so I'm just going to finish this. I'm going to get some thread. I'm going to go for twine. And I'm just going to go in with one layer of twine and pop that down the centre part. Because we'll have a little spinny section with this. And then I've just literally finished the last 2 pieces. Take your time with this last little bit because we've got multi layers and because I've got glue on both sides. Just be careful when you're popping it down. And I'm just going to give myself a little bit of leeway there. Let's go in. Marry. I said marry. Mirror match, there we go. And then we've got, oh my days, I have gone big with this one.
This is brilliant, Debbie. Oh, I love this.
And then look, so you've got this lovely spinning, beautiful. And again, if you want to add it as an hanging thread,
gorgeous.
just double layer it up at there. But I'm going to just pop that there. And then of course, you can add, and you can literally, that could go into the centre of a box. Or centre of a light up box.
Do you remember the little like those frames that we had, the Christmas ornament frames?
Yes.
Something like in the centre of one of those, potentially.
Yeah, look how gorgeous that is. Isn't that beautiful?
Spin.
And it has got a beautiful spin on there. And
yes.
It's absolutely gorgeous. So Dave said about hanging these in your windows. So do you know you wanted window decorations? You could have those in different levels and different layers.
Almost like a little curtain.
Yeah, and then maybe add your LED lights or your Christmas lights around there. If you want to add, like I said, yesterday I did a 4-shaped one with my little thread, and this is going to go on our little Safi's Christmas tree. I added a few little gems, used a different snowflake design, one of those Doily designs. The one that I did I do this morning? No, did I do it this morning?
No.
Was it yesterday? Might have been yesterday. Can't remember when I did this one. And then popped, I think there was an extra panel, so I did a 4, then a 5, and now I've jumped ahead and gone a 6. So no, I haven't. 7. 7 pieces. I'll lower that down. Sorry, George, I'm doing it again. But how beautiful does that look? So you could make your whole heap of gorgeous, gorgeous decorations for your tree, maybe for, like I said, hanging pieces in the middle of a light-up box, and my head has just gone now thinking, oh, a lovely vellum or acetate box, stick that in the centre and have a spinning one with your LED lights. That would look just glorious. Wow. So you've seen the way that you can use these. I've done 2 cards. We've got a lot to get in then the next 45 minutes. 2 cards and your beautiful Christmas tree decorations or hanging decorations. So just beautiful. Add your things like your different cardstocks, your different papers. Add a few gems on there as well. That'd really make that stand out. Just absolutely beautiful, Ben.
So many lovely comments coming through. Beautiful snowflakes, says Jessica. Love that, says Creative Blessings. Wow, gorgeous, Debbie, says Laura Hernandez. Gilmore said that would make a stunning ornament for the tree. Beautiful ornament, says Samantha as well. And so funny just reading a few of you comments saying what you're seeing in the dies. Lillian says, hi Ben and Debbie, I just spotted an angry bird at the end of the star's prong/arm. What do you call them? I said, do you mean like the Angry Bird from the cartoon video games? I thought that's what I thought you meant. But yeah, hilarious. But just goes to show, like, the more that you look into like the depth and detail of these dies, the more that you will see. I'll just quickly show you all of the designs once again that you're going to get with these. Shaddai says, take your shirt off and put a vest on, Lord Ben. You mean a waistcoat though, don't you? When it's a vest, I don't. It's probably going to be the only week this week where I don't have a waistcoat on. Johnny's just gone. It's not the Chip and Dales, you know. It's definitely not that. It's definitely not that. More like Chip and Dale, the Disney cartoon. I think that's what it would be more like. Oh, I'm blushing now. Chip and Dale, remember that? Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers. I used to love that programme. The snowflakes, or the stars in the snowflakes, the intricate Doily dies. I've lost my words now. All of them you're going to get here. This is the one Debbie was just using. So the frosted star, where we were seeing angry birds and butterflies and all sorts in there. But it just goes to show again, it's a great sort of case in point that you've got plenty to work with if you're cutting this as a whole for a decorative element. Plenty to be snipping into as well. And lots of you already very excited about receiving this collection. I know lots of you have bought the collection. That's the lace edge star. There's my favourite one, the beautiful opulent snowflake. Lots of you are mixing and matching here as well. That one's stunning also with the beautiful little hearts in there. You've almost got like a little rosette feature in the centre of this one as well, which is gorgeous. It's your elegant snowflake. And lastly is the regal snowflake as well. Hello to Panda Crafts, says just got home from work. It's 40 degrees in Doncaster. Showered, sun lotion on and sitting on the decking in the shade. Anne-Marie saying that would make a lovely garland. Panda Crafts says, yes, I have these on my tree and in the window, Debbie, and garland on a long string with several different snowflakes, says Rhonda.
Along for this one. The power of the bee is watching.
Wow, they're always watching, aren't they?
Please. I've got so many things in my head running through. I want the craft along for this one. I want the craft along. Doing a bit of, see if I can channel that through if they're watching. I'd love the craft along with this. I would love it because I've got so many ideas. You know, you start making things, you're thinking, oh, that'd look lovely as, So yes, absolutely. Hope I get a craft along with this one.
Powers that be, if you're watching. Always watching. Debbie wants it. Panda Craft says Debbie will be getting all hot and bothered. She'll need an industrial fan in there. And Creative Blessing says, oh my, the tears are running down my cheeks from all of the laughter. Shaddai says, a singlet/vest. Oh, you mean like Bruce Willis? I don't have one of those, Andy.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please, baby. I'd love to see you in one of them vests that Brucey has on in Die Hard. Let's make camouflage every little bit. Oh, yes, please. Barefoot, yes, George, barefoot as well. Oh my God, you've gone red.
I'm just laughing at the way you said Brucey. I was just imagining Bruce Forsyth in Die Hard.
No, I'm imagining
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis
in
here.
He was a bit of a
I need that fan again. Let me get that fan again.
Bit of a hunk back in the day, wasn't he, old Brucey? Right, let's... oh dear. I've been blushing a lot in these studios recently. Let's have a look at something else, moving on swiftly, which is launching later on today. It is launching in launch party with Sarah. Already loads of you have bought these and I'm not surprised. It's the 3D Christmas 12x9 topper pad collection. So you've got two pads, 30 sheets in total, 15 sheets in each, with over 560 toppers. There's 280 individual toppers ready just to be popped out. There's no fussy cutting or anything here. You simply taking the ones that you want out, popping them out the pad and away you go. It's three different different design sheets per pad, 5 sheets of each, and you get 2 really lovely collections. This one here is called your Winter Joy, 160 GSM cards that you've got in here, and what it is are these beautiful pages of toppers. So if you want to go and use these individually, you can do, but we were sort of looking at these and building these up into, you've almost got like 4 sets of beautiful layered decoupage per page, and 5 pages of each of the different designs. Really easy to work with, super for those sort of quick Christmas cards that you want to make. We saw earlier on Debbie making some beautiful Christmas tags with these as well. It's all about actually making quick, beautiful, striking Christmas cards. Again, if you're new to maybe making cards, maybe this is the first year you're thinking about making Christmas cards for the first time, you want something easy, something quick to use, and you don't want to have to spend a lot of money on crafty goodies. This is absolutely perfect because you're £12 and change, $16 if you're a platinum member, and then you don't need a lot else to go with these really. Just some cardstock, make your own card blanks, some adhesives, maybe a few inks in there as well. Maybe a set of sentiment stamps, but you don't have to spend a lot of money to create some gorgeous cards with these. And like we said, if you use them, so if you think 1, 2, 3, 4 there, 15 sheets within that, so you've got almost like 60 toppers there, 60 in the other, so that's 120 cards. So, if you're thinking again, perhaps making cards for a charity this year, maybe, your local charity, maybe the school, for example, you want to make cards for the Christmas fair, maybe there's a local church that you support. This is a really great way to be able to do it. The second pad that you've got is called Christmas Cheer, and this is a little bit more sort of cutesy. You've sort of got your vintage sort of traditional Christmas in that previous pad, but this one's a little bit more cutesy. I think this is the one that you'll probably craft with the kids, they'll enjoy putting the little snowman decoupage together, creating this really beautiful little Christmas scene with the teddy bears, and like I said, so simple. No fussy cutting, the pieces will literally just pop out with a little manipulation out of the cardstock, and away you go to get crafting these beautiful scenes. I love that snowman character. I think he's really super cute. Probably the busiest item that we've got on the shows today, simply because this is for everybody, this type of craft, beginners or kind of more experienced crafters, and actually for £12.78 platinum or $16.60, it really is a lovely deal today. Very inexpensive, but plenty of craftability within that set. 560 toppers in the collection, 30 sheets within the 2, so £12.78 or $16.60 is the deal on that one. Also, sorry, it's all right, Johnny. It's all right. Frosty and Bright. He was sorry, Johnny was just thinking about me wearing a vest. He didn't tell me to get the Frosty and Bright stuff. Laughing Gravy just says, Ben, it's 39 degrees in Aylesbury. That's where I used to live, 39. Yeah, Aylesbury way. Leon says, did you say Sarah's coming in later? You guys just keep your clothes on. And then says, we would all love to see you in your vest and shorts, Ben. Shadai says, take it off. Take it off. Into the vest, too hot. The boss will not fuss. And Lynn says, I'm sure Sarah won't mind the guys walking around in their vests and shorts.
Neither would the women.
She's the queen at asking people to take things off, isn't she? So Johnny's just gone, I did a shoot the other day. I had to dress up as a lifeguard. As a lifeguard for a little shoot for a holiday company. I was like the Hoff. Did it all in slow motion. Anyway, I've really got.
Did you have your top off?
No, I didn't.
Ah, just checking. Because how do we find this? Are you warm over there? Or
I am getting really hot. I will be stripping off in a minute, seriously, because I'm getting really warm. I need to get my shorts on. No, it's just because I'm just getting.
God. Oh, Ben, would you like to come under my fan? you can come over here and come under my fan.
Let me do this, and then I might come over and stand next to you for a minute.
You come have a little waft under the fan.
Have a little waft under the fan.
Positively glowing. Oh, God, dear. Oh, dear. Come on, Ben. now just realised what it looked like, haven't you?
I am warm over here. Seriously, this is the.
He's getting to you.
Think of how wonderfully cool it is within this scene here, Ben. The Frosty and Bright collection you've got here.
That's
the gorgeous
mind over matter.
Snowflakes. Yes, let's transport ourselves to Narnia, away from the heat of Hades, where we are at the moment, and look at this gorgeous pad. Everybody is loving this one. A lot of you, I know, bought it with the collection when we launched it a couple of weeks ago, but many more of you coming back for it and buying more, because it is quite simply one of the most beautiful, sumptuous paper pads. And I've said it before, I'll say it again because I know we talked about this next week. If you love the designs that you've got in this pad, stand by for the launch of 2 brand new paper pads, which are sort of in this sort of mould, if you like. If you love this design, you'll love those which are coming up next week. But you've got 36 double-sided sheets there for $11.99 or $15.96. Also available in the 6x6 for you as well. That basically is just a shrunken down version. It's not like we've sort of chopped out a corner of that paper pad and put it into a smaller one. It's basically a shrunk down version of your 12x12, and again, all double-sided for you. The reverse side of the paper pads is as good as the sort of front side, if you like. And I just love the fact that, again, it all mats and layers beautifully for you. If you're someone perhaps who struggles and worries about colours, what's going to go with what, you don't have to worry because it's all been done in the paper pad for you. But so much depth and detail in all of these paper pads, so much intricacy as we look through. You're going to love these, whether you go for the 12x12 or the 6x6, or indeed if you go for both. I think that price for the 6x6 is phenomenal, £4.79. or $7.96. Also, we've got the luxury foil pad for you as well. I don't have the boards for you here, so it's probably just going to be easier for me to show you the packaging here so that you can see just the different designs that you're going to get here. So 12 different designs allowing you to create a gorgeous effect. It's like the resist effect. So you're just going to add a little bit of your ink onto there. Don't forget the inks that we've got available as well with the Frosty and Bright collection. You will definitely want to go for those if you're getting this luxury foil card. Obviously, you'll have your own inks at home that will work beautifully with those, but the colours that we popped together, which Debbie was using earlier on, specifically made to just make these foil cards look the absolute business. So 12 different sheets you're going to get in there for £5.59 or $7.16. And then lastly, I'm saying lastly, I don't know, it might not be lastly, the luxury mixed cardstock. Again, we're doing this quite a lot in our collections at the moment. I absolutely love this, that we're bringing you a selection of beautiful glitter cardstock. Mixing in with that, we're bringing you some gorgeous pearlescent cardstock as well. So this includes 2 pearlescent sheets and 2 glitter sheets in 5 beautiful different colours, giving you your 20 sheets in total. That sort of champagne gold is absolutely gorgeous. I love that so much. Again, look at the sparkle that you get. All the sparkle, all the pizzazz you would want from glitter, but without any of the fuss, without it going everywhere, because it all is all encapsulated for you. And then all the colours that you've got within the glitter, you're going to receive in that pearlescent cardstock, which is double-sided for you as well. £11.99 or $15.96 is the deal on that. Right, we've got half an hour left, so time for you to get checking out your baskets. We'll come back, a few more of your comments, another demo coming up in just a few moments' time, and the all-important vote for the demo of the show. It's all on the way as we continue after you've been to the checkout. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV.
Just reach down my bra and take it off. What? No, not my bra! No, my bra!
Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, you know, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You all had time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Thank you for all the lovely comments coming through. I've seen lots of laughing emojis in the comments. Mariette says, hello Ben and the gorgeous Debbie, I love you loads. Well, we love you too. There's a lot of love here. It's great laughter therapy, this show, says Creative Blessings. Kirsty D says, Ben's getting a bit warm under the collar. And Lynn Harvey says, it's getting hot in here. It's getting so hot. I'm going to take my clothes off. I'm not. Frosty and bright papers are so pretty, says Deborah, getting back to matters in hand. I love seeing the pinks. I adore the Frosty and bright collection, says Lynn Cherryman. And Samantha Cheney says, you guys on Crafter's Companion are absolutely delightful. You really brighten up our day. That's what we're here for. We're here for the fun. We're here for the entertainment and the laughter and the smiles. And also, of course, to bring you the crafty goodies, which will hopefully bring you smiles as well when you get working with them. Now, we've got 28 minutes remaining. In that time, obviously, we need to recap on everything. We need to do some votes, but also we need to do some demos. Debbie reckons, I think it's only going to be 1, but she's going to squeeze in 2, she reckons here, so we better get going.
Yep, 2, because I'm going to speed them up now. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a speed up, because you've seen me do the die cutting. So the die cutting is die cutting, so I'm going to speed that process up. I've just changed up, and I think I'm using Elegant Snowflake for this one of my favourites. And the technique that I've just done, you can take into card making as well. So when you run that through with your cardstock, and I've just used, again, multi-purpose cardstock, it cuts out that beautiful design, and the only thing that I'm going to do with this, and I've already got some done, is I'm going to add some of that gorgeous Frosty and Bright, gorgeous water reactive colour, and again the tickling with the colour just over. You know, you can make these as super fast as you want or as super slow as you want, because you can be really elaborate if you want to, but I'm going to keep it really simple in terms of your card making. Christmas card making should be quick, easy, fun, but stunning. And I think with some of the products that we've had out recently, we tick all those boxes. So the colours that I've used are Lavender Ice and Frosted Sea Glass for that one, and it's pretty much the same as what I just did, but we're going to take it into that form of the card making. So I'm going to wrap those points around. Again, I'm using my fingers for this, Ben. So I'm going to push that down into itself, and then we're going to do the same process that we just did with the decoration in terms of how we put it together. So let's go in and make sure I'm marrying these up right. Tape pen, just on 1/2, like so, match that up. And again, I've just twisted these around. I've not been precise with colour because I think for this particular technique, you can use whatever you want, but it's exactly the same process. We're just making it as though we were making that Christmas bauble.
Yeah.
But I'm only going to do 4 pieces to this, Ben, because this is going to go on a card. And I don't want to go really too big with the card, because in terms of if you were sending this to someone and you're popping it through the post, if you make them two-dimensional...
It won't be mailable, will it?
Won't be mailable.
No.
You'd have to pop it in a box or something like that. So I'm just going to put on 4 pieces. And again, it's the same simple process that I just showed you. Couldn't be any straightforward, and you've got yourself a little bit of dimension. However, rather than adding anything to it now, and I'm just going to push that down into the centre, take your bone folder again, give it a little flatten, because what you've got now is a nice little decorative piece for your card.
Oh,
so I've got a card blank made, and I did say I'm going to get those 2 demos in.
This is the quickest demo I think I've ever seen you do.
Probably the quickest I've ever done. Let's get it straight. But again, when you've got papers like these, frosty and bright, how stunning are these papers? Matching those colours of those inks absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, and the inks, by the way, because Creative Blessings is us, what are the colours of the inks? All 3 are available. We'll show you them. There's There's Polar Blue,
Frosted Sea Glass,
yeah,
Lavender Ice,
yeah,
and Polar Blue.
Polar Blue.
Yeah, and they match they match the papers within the Frosty and Bright collection.
And they're limited edition, so you need to grab them.
They are, yeah. Now, all this is again, it's a 6x6 base. What I've done this time is chopped 3 inches off to give it this effect, where it's got this lovely fold back, because I'm going to add my little strip into the centre part of there. So mats and layers, I mean, if you've been watching us for a while, you'll understand how we do our mats and layers, especially me and Craig. We pretty much think on the same line of taking a 1/4 of an inch off.
That's how I do it when I craft, because I
do you do that now?
Yeah, it's the easiest way to remember it, isn't it? 1/4 of an inch down.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this piece into the panel that I've cut.
Wow.
Now, I've used our oval dies. These are oval nesting dies, and I've just used matching papers. I've kept it white, though, because I want that snowflake to stand off. So when I'm doing that now, Ben, all I'm going to do is put my glue on both panels, but instead of sticking it together, we're just sticking it onto the base of a card. And then you create this lovely effect. I'm just going to get that up, pop that down into the centerpiece, and then add that panel onto, and I'm going to just measure it again because I only want half of it to be covered in glue. So let's pop off just onto there, into that centre. Again, you could add gems and things like that. I'm just going to add a very quick ribbon. I love ribbon. I'm going to love bows. Never tire of adding one on, because I just think it gives it a nice finished look.
Yeah, it does.
I've got a lovely Christmas sentiment from my Christmas sentiment stamp sets, which is the Let It Snow, which again I think this one's come from pretty sure it's come from Frosty and Bright. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I'll have to just double check.
I thought that was Vintage Snowman.
Oh, it is. You're right. It absolutely is. And there you go. You've got yourself a lovely card base with this dimensional snowflake, literally just onto there, and creates this lovely dimension. There you go. Talk about the speediest demo I've ever done, but that's just because... Hello.
Hi, bye.
Oh, you're pinching them again?
Yeah.
Yeah, got the ink pads. So I'm going to get ready for my last final demonstration. Just give me a second.
Yes, we will. Tell you what, 5-minute make right there. Actually, it's going to do it. It's going to get the final demo in. Just to show you, because I know Creative Blessings was asking the... Sorry, Johnny just said something right here. Yes, absolutely. That never happens. Let me show you the different colours that you've got. Normally he chats away and I just take it all in, but he just said something. Yes, let's do that. Little 5-minute makes we thought was quite a good idea. We'll put it to the bosses. Little segment. Right, the ink pads. So these are limited edition. Grab them now if you love them. But, I mean, basically, you will need to get these right now, because they will disappear. And once they're gone, they are gone. A lovely, obviously, collection to go with all of your Frosty and Bright goodies as well. So the Polar Blue is £3.99 or $5.56. Also, you've got then that beautiful Lavender Ice. Again, all these priced at the same price, $4.99 or $6.95, $5.56 platinum, £3.99. Water reactive, of course, these as well, so you can do all of your different techniques with. And then the last colour is your frosted sea glass, £3.99 or $5.56. Also worth bearing in mind, actually, just reminded myself of this, don't know why it just popped back into my head, but with our winter floral stamp and die sets, which we brought you earlier on the launch from yesterday, that blog is now live on the website for you as well. If you want to see that, head to crafterscompanion.com.uk.eu. Right, last demo she's going to do. We didn't think with 28 minutes to go that we would have chance to do it. We're going to get ready for the final demo in just a few moments' time, but before that, let me show you the deal on the Christmas intricate Doily die collections. A lot of you going for this one right now. We're getting really busy. I think now people have seen just how versatile these are, how easy they are to work with, and actually you've seen all the different projects. People are going, do you know what, I need these in my life now. Perfect, Debbie says, creative blessings. I got to make some like these today. Also, Elroy saying, I have a love for snowflakes. What a gorgeous card, Debbie. Quick and easy to make for a special person. And as we've said, these in their simplest form, I think as well, you know, beautiful just to cut out maybe in black, create your own background, maybe with some of those frosty and bright ink pads, pop these onto a beautiful sort of watercolour background. You can create some really striking effects with these as well. Maybe, like Debbie was saying earlier on, some of these you might want to do a bit of paper piecing with, potentially do a bit of colouring with these too, snip into them to create different effects with them as well. As you've seen, you know, use these to layer up, multi-cut these, and almost create your own like decoupage elements with these too, which I think would look really, really nice. The ornaments that you've seen made in this show as well. I mean, how simple and easy, now Debbie's shown you, to create the most beautiful Christmas ornaments with these this year as well. The possibilities with a selection like this really is endless. That's the one you've got to go for. If you're going for an individual or maybe going for a twofer, definitely whack that one in there. I love that, that opulent snowflake. I think the centre of that as well, if you were going to snip into it, would fit quite nice onto those, you know, the swing cards we were doing yesterday. There was a circular one. Like, I'm sure the centre of that would probably fit quite nicely onto those swing cards as well. Then you've got the elegant snowflakes, which is the one you just saw a few moments ago with the beautiful hearts within the centre of that. And then the last one is that really beautiful regal snowflake. And again, you can see for yourself there how much snippability that you've got. There's almost like sort of 3 layers within each of those doily dies that you can snip into to create different effects each and every time that you use them. It's a 20% saving, and again, get that into our minds. This is the launch day today, so realistically you should be paying $47.94 or $59.70. We're taking 20% off for everybody, so £37.99, $47.50, and then if you're a platinum member, this is the price. Worth also bearing in mind if you are new to us today and you're thinking, oh, I might buy for the first time off Crafters TV, head to the website wherever you might be, sign up for Club Inspire. It's totally free to join the club. You'll get 250 points to get you started, which will make you a bronze member, so you'll save 5% off all of your first orders, but the first proper order you place, you'll get 20% off. So if you love this collection, sign up today for free. Need your name, email address, you create a password, boom, you're in the club, and that will be your price today if it's your first purchase. So definitely worth doing. Right. One more demo from the lovely Debbie, and then we'll get that voter going. But what is Debbie going to manage to create in, I reckon, you've probably got about 6 or 7 minutes?
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're going to use the mandala star.
Yep.
I'm going to die cut it into, well, I'm going to just die cut it once into some cardstock. Now, do you know, I've put my mirror cardstock down somewhere and lost it. I don't know how I managed to do that. Been getting on my panels, so I'll switch over to me ice blue because I love this one again. Absolutely gorgeous, and these will look gorgeous in not only the cardstocks that I've been using today, but in all of your gorgeous Christmas cardstock too. So I'm going to use this on my glitter cardstock. I'm going to go in without the metal shim to start with, Ben.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pop that onto the top, and then we're going to run that through our machine. So if I pop that in, you can always add your metal shim if it hasn't cut through, because it is an encapsulated glitter cardstock, so you may need to add a little bit of extra pressure. I like to go in with the less pressure first and see how it's cut.
Yeah.
And to be fair, cut like a dream, so I'm not going to add the metal shim. I always tell people, when you've got your machines, get to know your machines and how they work. Poker tool. There it is. So let's go in with this one. So I'm going to take that out, release it from the release hole. I love the mandala star. Again, looking at those patterns in this, just so many. Look how that has cut through our glitter cardstock.
Yeah.
In one pass. Oh, beautiful. Oh, look at that. That looks nice.
Does look quite nice, actually,
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
it?
what I was thinking. That looks really pretty. I'm just going to try and quickly clean this because I've realised I needed to cut another one out. This is when you could do with two dies. This is when I probably would be using and getting myself 2 dies, especially my favourite one, when you want to do a little bit of batch making. I'll go through the dimensions of this. Come out, you little devil, you will. Come out. Don't let Leanne see me doing this, will you? She'll have me guts for garters, she will. I'm just trying to clean that out as quick as I can, though, because time is of the essence. And I want to get this one in, because this is the one that people have been asking me about, which is the easel card, with a difference.
What's this, an easel card?
This is going to be an easel card, but with a difference. So I just need to run it through one more time, because...
Did I do it? Were you doing a shaker card, or did you do that earlier?
Did I do a shaker card? No, I said we could do a shaker card, but I didn't do the shaker card element. Right. I did it just as the aperture.
Right.
But you can do shaker cards with it as well. So yes, absolutely. So I'm just going to run that through again then. A little bit of low tack tape, hold that down. And let's just run that through again. Now this is on the ice blue cardstock, so I've used ice blue in the glitter and I'm using the ice blue in the matte mirror, or as I call it, the satin. It's like a satin finish.
Yeah.
But yes, I thought I'd got one in the high shine, but it's because I can see this high shine one at the side of me. And when I say high shine, I just mean the mirror card.
Yeah, we've got the
in that pack.
Yeah, we've got the luxury Christmas cardstock on the show as well. So 90 sheets, red, green, gold. And then you've got the contemporary Christmas set, which is the purple, silver and ice blue. 90 sheets within each of those sets, which I know lots of you are going for. Bottom of the screen, just below the UFO, 1998, 3190. Oh, that's not the right one.
Is that the wrong one?
That's not the right one.
Is that the right one?
No, that's not the right one.
Right, I'm going to do a little bit of a drop shadow effect with this, and I'm going to use the darker card underneath. So I'm going to use the glitter one onto the top and creates a little bit of dimension by adding that underneath. So I'm just going to put my dotty tape pen over the top of the glitter cardstock. So I'm just going to pop that all the way across.
Correct details at the bottom of your screen now.
Have they got the wrong ones in?
Right, well, me.
I think the heat's affecting everyone now.
Heat is affecting everyone, and the computers as well.
The
computer says no.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It affects us all.
You're going home in 15 minutes, so you'll be all right.
Oh, in my aircon?
Back down to...
back down to Barnsley.
Cool Barnsley, but it's cool down there.
Barnsley, yep. Now, that one's done. I have done one in a bit of a high shine, just because I fancied... Oh, get that there. Just using that to create a little bit of a different effect. And I'm going to do exactly the same with this one. So I'm just going to line this up. So these are the ones that I previously cut. And just pop that on and line that up. Again, drop shadowing, it's down to you. I'm going to take it to the right-hand side of it and just drop that down a little fraction, and you get that lovely effect of that mirror card coming through, and almost like a shadow effect. So I've got those two ready. Now, to create this easel card, you're going to take a piece of A4 piece of cardstock. Now, I know you can't see it, but if I just bend these over, I'll show you where all my score marks are. So if I just pop this in. So it's an A4 piece of cardstock, and I've scored it at 2 inches and 6 inches. So 2 inches, 6 inches. And then you turn it on the landscape way, and we're going to score that in at, and if I remember rightly, it's 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. So 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. And what we're going to do now is we're going to remove, because this is going to be the flaps that turn in. This section here is going to be the bit that comes in as the folded. It's almost like, if I describe it as a hidden easel. That's what I'm going to call it. Okay. A hidden easel cardstock.
Yeah.
So as you can see, I've just taken off these top, using the score lines, I've taken off these two pieces here. And that leaves you with this fold. So obviously what you're going to do is put your score lines in now with the nice burnish, crisp, clean line. and we're going to go in on the top part as well. So this is where your hidden easel will be hiding inside. So it'll fold over, and then the flaps will fold over the top and seal that in. So that's how you create that card. Obviously though, we need an easel front. So, oh, please tell me I've not chopped into that. I didn't chop into it, did I? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I've been doing some mat and layering. Phew. So to create the easel part that will sit on top and sit nicely, so it's the same dimension as the rest of the card, you're going to cut that down to 4 inches by 5.5. 4 inches by 5.5, and then do all your matting and layering. And that's going to sit onto that inside panel. And when I do that, I'm just going to put the glue just onto the bottom layer, like you would do normally with an easel card, and just match that up, like so. So now you've got it and it sits into the centre. Of course though, we need to add a little bit of a panel on the inside. So I don't need to do the white, so I'm just doing the blue and the cardstock. And again, I'm using that Frosty and Bright. And I'll pop into the inside piece. So now you've got your easel card, you can see that. And then what you're just going to do is you're going to decorate the inside flaps, and I've just used contrasting colours here.
Beautiful.
So taken those colours, and again, mats and layers. Depending on the size that you go, I always go down 1/4 of an increment, but you can make those as big or as little as you want, or just add paper if you want to add a paper mat inside. But of course we need to do the outside as well. So if I just turn that around, I'm going to put, or just fold it in, I'm going to put some panels on this side. But again, I'm using a contrasting colour, so I'm going to use the pink. And I've used the same blue that I've cut out the stars in there. But you can see now it's created this lovely fold. And again, I'm just going to pop that panel in onto the inside. So now you can see you've got the decorated, this is your easel card, and it sits in there neatly, folded flat, folds over and folds over. Just make sure you've got your nice score lines in, and obviously let your glue dry, not like Debbie's got wet glue going off there. And then we're going to add the one of the snowflakes onto the inside base.
Okay.
Yeah? And if you want it to act as a stopper, stopper.
Put your
You
point
could
up.
put it in half and layer it up, but
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it as a whole. And I'm going to add some foam pads just underneath, like so. I'm going to pop that there as well. So pop that. Could of course keep it flat if you wanted to, but I want to have a little bit of a raised element to it. So that sits in like so. And then I'm going to put that one onto the front. Again, I might raise that. Actually, do you know what? I'm gonna just go in and keep that flat on the front part. And we're going to just add onto there now a little sentiment. So I've used one of our little tags on there. That's going to go in the Christmas wishes through the centre part, like so. Add a few little gems, because what we've got now is our stopper, and I'll turn that way so you can see it.
Fab.
So now you've got your little stopper. All I need to do is add a few little gems onto there, but I can do that afterwards. And then my belly band, I've just taken, and when I make a belly band, I usually just make a nice large piece and then use it to wrap around the card. So if I just hold that flat, obviously let yours dry. Don't be doing this while it's still wet. Mine's still a bit wet, and I don't want it to be wet, but wrap it around. And then you can fold it into its place like so.
Yep.
Now if I bring my dry one in, just so you can see what I mean, all these piles are dried, and I've added my little gems, folding that over. Of course, that bit lays flat. Pop that across. Your belly band you'll attach. You can either attach it and glue it, or you can use our hook and eye. Is that how we call it?
Yeah.
And then of course you could add on to the front. You could take one of maybe the other stars and add that onto the front. I've got a few cut out here, so I've got loads in my little box, and I think I'll use, I think I'll use that one. And that's going to sit on to the centre part of my belly band, and there you go. You've got yourself quite a lovely, different kind of card, just by, and it's called the hidden easel. So the hidden easel is literally into there and creates that lovely effect. And because I've lifted it, it creates that nice little effect there.
Oh, I tell you what, this is going to be an interesting vote. We'll get Debbie to line up all of her makes here, because before that, I was thinking to myself, the the ornament with the 7 cuts was going to be the winner, because that was very spectacular. But then you pull that one out of the hat. This is going to be interesting. We'll get Debbie to line up all of her cards then, and we will get the vote going. In the meantime, if you do want to check this one out, 6 elements, all of those 6 different designs for just £30.39 if you're platinum, or $38. Been very busy for these this afternoon and this morning. Lots of you buying them earlier on Wake Up Call. But which is going to be your favourite card? The great news is, whichever it is, you go away with all of this inspiration, all of these projects that you can make when you get this collection home. So it's win-win all the way. But which is going to take home the crown of demo of the show? So Debbie, remind us what you've made.
Where did I start? So yes, number 1 was our dome spinner. There, you got that lovely dome. So number 1. Number 2 was our aperture one. Number 2.
Okay.
Number 3 was our dimensional.
Yes.
Our dimensional. There it is. Let me see if I can get it unravelled. Our dimensional snowflakes.
Pretty.
That's number 3. Number 4 was taking that into a card format.
Yes.
So that was number 4. And then number 5, we've just finished that off with our hidden easel with its little belly band, number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Shall I just recap that again?
Yeah.
So 5.
Yeah.
Please put that there. 5.
4.
4. 3.
2.
Or 1. You decide.
Thunderbirds are gold. Get voting now. You've literally got about 90 seconds to get your vote in on that one, so it's going to be the quickest vote ever. Launch party coming your way a little bit later on, so slightly different end to your day tonight. So 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern, we'll kick off with launch party, where we'll be looking at in more detail the brand new die-cut Christmas topper pads. They're going to be on the show. We're also going to be looking back at some of our favourite launches from recent times. So we've got the Winter Floral Decoupage collection coming your way. Those Christmas decorative stamp and dies, they're back on the show. Plus, if you missed it, the launch on the 12th of July, the paper piecing craft kit, box number 50. That is going to be up for you as well a little bit later on. Plus lots more. So that'll be from 6 till 7:30, so 1 till 2:30 Eastern. Then we'll take a short break. And then for our US viewers, over on the US page, you'll have an hour and a half of a US warehouse clearance wrap-up. So if you were with Sarah and Joe on Sunday, maybe there was a few deals you didn't pick up, or maybe you didn't see it for whatever reason, there'll be a wrap-up hour and a half show to finish your day, taking you through from 2:30 Eastern until 4 p.m. Eastern. So that is how the evening lines up. Slightly shorter launch party into our US warehouse wrap for our US viewers as well. So really, really excited. And of course, Sarah is going to be joining us for that show as well. She'll be here for both launch party and that US warehouse wrap too. A few final comments coming through. It's been a busy old day, and we've really enjoyed all your comments coming through. We had a lot of fun. Woo! Debbie says, Creative Blessing, I love making fancy folding cards. Great job, and you did that so fast. Bravo! How pretty, says Gilmore. Creative Blessing saying, I hoped the belly bands that interlocked would be back this year. Love all of you Debbie's demo, says Lynn. Thank you, Debbie, for the great demo, says Anna Hopkins. And love it, Debbie. Thank you for a great show, says Shadiah. But what was demo of the show? It was a quick vote, and the result is in. What were you saying? Oh.
That's what I thought.
Debbie, your favourite is 4.
Well, I love taking that dimension into that card.
The winner... 4.
So taking that idea of the Christmas decoration into card making. So thank you very much. There is your winner. I hope you've had some inspiration from there, taken some inspiration from there. I absolutely love these dies. There's so much you can do with them. This is just a little tip of the iceberg. And I've really enjoyed playing with them. I got to play with them yesterday and again today, even if by default. But absolutely loved it, Ben. So thank you very much. I'm off to try and cool down somewhere. And I'll be back with you on Thursday.
If you haven't melted.
If I haven't melted. Feel a little bit like that. Do you know the wish at the end of the Wizard of Oz? Yeah. Where she melts into the puddle. I'm melting. That's me. That's me right now. There's a bit of a puddle back of you. That didn't stop. See you Thursday.
Oh yeah, you're back with me on Thursday. I've just remembered. And Johnny. Oh dear. We'll see, Debbie. It'll be cooler on Thursday, which is the good news. We'll have all cooled down just a little bit. Lynn says, thank you again so much, Ben, Debbie, the Crafters TV team, and the wonderful social superstar for another great show. It's been a lot of fun. If you've got items in your basket, or if there's something that you've seen that you fancy, you can, of course, keep checking out once we finish this show, and indeed over the course of the next couple of hours. And then we're going to be back, don't forget, an hour and a half of launch party from 6, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific with Sarah, and then we've got that US warehouse wrap from 2:30 Eastern, taking you through till 4. Thanks for watching, always a lot of fun. We'll be back with more fun, more demos, more great products and inspiration in a couple of hours. Until then, bye for now.